A small nation, a single island, surrounded by 1,000 possibilities. At first glance, it is simply a dot on the map, a tiny place in Southeast Asia. No larger than a small city in many countries. And yet, this dot shines brighter than many nations 10, 20, even 50 times its size. A land of more than 5 million people, living within less than 800 square kilometers, yet moving with precision, harmony, and the unmistakable rhythm of progress. If Indonesia is vast and Thailand is colorful, then Singapore is something else entirely, a masterpiece of order. A symphony of efficiency, a city where the future feels close enough to touch. Its people are as diverse as the skyscrapers that shape its skyline. Chinese heritage, Malay ancestry, Indian traditions, and a growing global community from Europe, the Middle East, the Americas, and every corner of Asia. Here, cultures do not just coexist. They weave into each other like threads, forming a single, brilliant tapestry. Singapore is proof that a nation does not need Seize to hold greatness, that IT only needs purpose. Culture and faith. Culture in Singapore is not loud. IT does not scream for attention. IT whispers in harmony. Walk through Chinatown, and incense floats through the air from temples older than the nation itself. Step into Kampong Glam, and you will hear the call to prayer rise above golden domes and woven carpets. Enter Little India, and you will be wrapped in color, music, and the fragrance of spices drifting through open doors. Christian churches stand beside Buddhist temples. Hindu shrines rise beside mosques. Modern high-rises tower above old shophouse painted in pastels and adorned with stories from the past. Faith here is respected, protected, celebrated. Festivals light up the nation. Chinese New Year with red lanterns glowing through the night. Hari Raya, Eid Fitri filling homes with warmth and open doors. Deepa Valley illuminating streets with golden light. Christmas bringing music to Orchard Road. Singapore teaches the world that diversity is not a challenge. It is a strength at a place where cultures meet but do not collide, at a place where differences blend. Not break, at a place where identity is not singular but shared. Economy and vision. Singapore has no mountains, no forests, no oil, no rivers big enough to power a continent, and yet it stands among the most developed nations on Earth. How? Vision, discipline, and the courage to dream. Big inside a very small space. From the 1960s until now, Singapore grew from a struggling port into a global powerhouse, trusted by investors, companies, and innovators from all over the world. Financial districts rise like crystal towers. The airport is among the finest ever built. The port is one of the busiest on Earth. The public transport is efficient and not make other nations jealous. Technology flows through the city like electricity through wires. This is a nation that plans ahead 10, Years, 20 years, sometimes 50 years into the future, education is ranked among the best in the world. Healthcare is efficient and advanced. Infrastructure feels polished, fast, and reliable. Singapore is not waiting for the future. IT is building it. Visas and welcome. Singapore is both selective and welcoming. IT does not open its doors blindly, but when it welcomes you, it does so with structure, clarity, and world-class professionalism. Foreigners come to Singapore through work permits for skilled professionals, employment passes for companies hiring globally, student visas for world-ranked universities, business passes for entrepreneurs, and investors, long-term visitor passes for family special programs for high-net-worth individuals. The process is transparent. The rules are clear. The expectations are firm. Singapore does not promise an easy entry, but it promises fairness. That IT values talent, responsibility, and commitment. For those who wish to build a life here, the door is not wide, but it is open. Everyday life. Life in Singapore feels like a balance between calm precision and vibrant energy. You wake to clean streets. You ride trains that arrive on time. You walk through parks that feel carefully sculpted by nature and design. Hawker centers are the heartbeat of daily living, offering meals from every culture, delicious, affordable, and prepared with generational skill. Skyscrapers rise above old streets. Technology blends with tradition, and the city moves with a quiet confidence. Everything works, everything flows, everything has purpose, but life here is not perfect. The cost is high, expectations are demanding, space is limited, work culture can be intense. Yet even with these pressures, the quality of life remains among the highest in Asia. Singapore feels safe, structured, and steady, a place where the world's chaos seems far away. Philosophy. If Singapore has a soul, it is built on 4 pillars: order, discipline, harmony, progress. This is a nation that believes small actions shape great outcomes, that respect builds community, that unity builds success, that responsibility builds trust. Singapore teaches the world that stability is a choice, not an accident. That IT shows that growth is not random, it is engineered. And it proves that even the smallest place can carry the weight of a giant if it stands with purpose. So before we dive deeper into the cost of living, the work opportunities, the education, the healthcare, the challenges, and the hidden realities, take a moment. Ask yourself, how does a tiny island with almost no natural resources become one of the most successful nations in the world? How does a place so small carry dreams so big? Stay with us. And in the next chapters, we will uncover every layer. The beauty, the struggle, the logic, the emotion behind life in Singapore. And if you have not yet, make sure to like the video, share this journey, and subscribe, so we can continue exploring the extraordinary stories of our world. This is Singapore, and this is just the beginning. The reality: cost of living, work, study, and life in Singapore. The price of perfection. Singapore is beautiful. Singapore is efficient. Singapore is safe. But perfection comes with a price. And in this city, that price is measured carefully. The cost of living in Singapore is among the highest in Asia. Not because the nation is unkind, but because it maintains a level of quality rarely found anywhere else. Here, you do not pay for chaos. You pay for order. You pay for structure. You pay for the comfort of a city that never allows life to fall apart. Housing, the greatest expense for both locals and foreigners. Housing is the largest part of daily life. Singapore does not sprawl outward, it grows upward. Apartments sit in tall towers surrounded by gardens, sports courts, and community spaces designed with purpose. For foreigners, rents vary greatly. A studio or one-bedroom apartment in central areas like Orchard, Marina Bay, or Tanjong Pagar can cost between 2,000 and 5,000 Singapore dollars per month. In more relaxed neighborhoods like Jurong, Pasir Ris, Woodlands, or Punggol, rents may range from 1,500 to 3,000 Singapore dollars per month. Most homes are clean, efficient, and well-maintained. Elevators work, streets stay spotless, security is discreet but present. Space is limited, but comfort is not. Utilities and internet. Expensive but reliable electricity, water, and cooling are surprisingly costly, especially because Singapore's climate is warm throughout the year. A typical monthly utility bill for a small apartment may range from 150 to 250 Singapore dollars. Internet, however, is fast, stable, and world-class, usually around 40 to 60 Singapore dollars per month. You pay more, but you receive excellence. Food. The great equalizer: food in Singapore is a beautiful contradiction. It can be incredibly affordable, it can be incredibly luxurious, it depends on how you choose to eat at hawker centers. The heartbeat of Singapore's soul. You can enjoy chicken rislax and nasi lemak pratisatatre kwai tio dumpling skurizal for 5 to 10 Singapore dollars per meal. But if you dine in restaurants, meals quickly rise to 20 to 40 Singapore dollars per person. And high-end dining can exceed 100 Singapore dollars easily. Hawker centers remind the world that amazing food does not need a fancy setting, only tradition and heart. Transportation. The beauty of efficiency. No nation in Southeast Asia moves with the efficiency of Singapore. The MRT system runs like clockwork. Trains arrive exactly when they should. Stations are clean, safe, and clearly marked that a typical MRT ride costs between $1 and 3 Singapore dollars, depending on distance. Monthly transport expenses often fall between 100 to 150 Singapore dollars. Taxis and ride-hailing services are convenient, but more expensive, often 10 to 20 Singapore dollars per trip. Owning a car, however, is a luxury reserved for the wealthy. Because of the COE, the Certificate of Entitlement, owning a car for 10 years can cost more than 100,000 Singapore dollars even before you purchase the actual .in Singapore. Public transport is the way the world moves. Healthcare. One of the best in Asia, Singapore's healthcare system is among the most advanced on the planet. Hospitals are modern, technology is cutting edge, and medical professionals are highly trained. For foreigners, a basic consultation can range from 50 to 100 Singapore dollars. Specialist consultations may cost 150 to 300 Singapore dollars. Insurance is recommended because private care can be expensive but is extremely reliable. In Singapore, healthcare does not feel stressful. It feels secure. Work-life. High standards, high pressure. Singapore values professionalism, discipline, skill, dedication. Foreigners often work in finance, technology, engineering, education, hospitality, research, aviation, business management. Salaries vary widely, but they often reflect the cost of living. Entry-level foreign professionals commonly earn 3,000 to 5,000 Singapore dollars per month. Mid-career professionals may earn 5,000 to 10,000 Singapore dollars per month. Senior specialists and executives can earn 10,000 to 20,000 Singapore dollars per month or more. The work culture is structured, respectful, yet competitive. Efficiency is expected. Precision is valued. Time is sacred. Singapore rewards those who work hard and work smart. Study, a global education hub. Students from around the world come to Singapore to experience one of the strongest education systems on earth. Universities like National University of Singapore, Nanyang Technological University Singapore, Management University rank among the best globally. International students choose Singapore for world-class research, English language instruction, safe environments, modern campuses, strong job prospects, stable visas. Tuition varies greatly, but generally ranges from 10,000 to 20,000 Singapore dollars per year for basic programs, 20,000 to 40,000 Singapore dollars per year for specialized or advanced degrees. Education here is not inexpensive, but it is powerful. Safety, a city of trust, Singapore is one of the safest places you will ever walk through. You can stroll alone at midnight without fear. Crime is low. Punishments are strict. Respect for the law is deeply cultural. Safety is not something Singapore talks about. It is something Singapore lives. The hidden cost, space, pressure, pays for all its beauty. Singapore has shadows. Space is small. Pressure is high. Work can dominate life. Nature is controlled, not wild. Personal freedom feels structured. Singapore is a city engineered for success, but success demands sacrifice. Yet even with these challenges, people stay, because what Singapore gives in return is stability, opportunity, and a sense of security rarely found anywhere else. The learners, study, education, and youth in Singapore. A nation built on knowledge, Singapore is a country built not on land or resources, but on education. When other nations relied on oil, minerals, or agriculture, Singapore relied on the minds of its people. From the 1960s until today, education became the engine that transformed a tiny island into one of the most advanced nations on Earth. Every classroom here feels like a small laboratory of the future. Every student carries not only a backpack, but the weight of national expectation. Singapore does not simply educate, it cultivates. Schools, discipline, excellence, and high standard. Singapore's schooling system is known worldwide for structure, precision, and ambition. From early childhood to secondary school, students are guided through a journey that blends discipline with creativity. Public schools maintain high standards, with well-trained teachers and a culture that values respect and achievement. Private and international schools offer bilingual programs, specialty curricula, and global perspectives at a cost, but with exceptional quality. Classrooms are clean, efficient, and supported by technology. Students learn not only facts, but resilience, teamwork, and the importance of effort. Education here is demanding, but it is effective. Universities. Among the best in the world, Singapore holds universities that consistently rank among the world's elite. The National University of Singapore and Nanyang Technological University, and proudly in the top-tier soft global education rankings. Here, campuses feel like miniature cities, modern labs, advanced libraries, innovation centers, research hubs, and green spaces integrated with digital design. International students come from the United States, Europe, China, India, the Middle East, Southeast Asia. They choose Singapore because it offers English language education, global level research, safety and comfort, strong job prospects, modern infrastructure, stability, and professionalism. Tuition is significant, but the value is undeniable. Singapore does not just teach. Students It prepares them for a world that moves quickly and demands excellence. International students. A global melting pot. Foreign students in Singapore quickly discover that the nation offers far more than academics. IT offers belonging. Campus life mixes cultures from every continent. Study groups form naturally. Friendships bridge nationalities, and the shared pursuit of success creates a sense of unity. Many students say that in Singapore they learn three things: knowledge, independence, and confidence. Foreign students find it easy to integrate because English is widely spoken and locals are accustomed to diversity. This combination creates a learning environment that feels both challenging and welcoming.
Audio Jungle.
The cost of education. A serious investment. Quality has a price. And in Singapore, education is an investment that families take seriously. Tuition varies widely. Local citizens and public universities pay subsidized rates, often between a few thousand and several thousand Singapore dollars per year. International students pay higher fees, typically ranging from 10,000 to 40,000 Singapore dollars per year, depending on the course. Private institutions can cost even more. Student housing, food, transportation, and materials add to expenses. But Singapore's education system delivers results. Graduates find strong opportunities both inside Singapore and across the world. Here, education is not seen as a cost, but as a doorway to a brighter future. Student life. Pressure and passion. Students in Singapore experience a life that is both intense and inspiring. Days begin early. Assignments are frequent. Exams carry weight. Competition is real. Expectations are high. And yet, campuses are full of energy. Sports fields are alive. Cafes buzz with conversations. Libraries glow late into the night as students chase dreams with hungry minds that despite the pressure, there is balance. Clubs, arts, community service, technology groups, cultural societies. Students learn not only how to succeed, but how to collaborate, how to communicate, and how to remain human inside a high-performance system. Singapore shapes its youth into thinkers and doers. The future, ambition woven into youth, the next generation of Singapore, and scaries the dreams of a country that refuses to stand still. Young people here grow up with a sense of purpose rarely seen elsewhere. They dream of becoming scientists, innovators, engineers, entrepreneurs, artists, medical professionals, leaders. They are encouraged to think beyond the island, to look outward, to globalize their ambitions. Singapore's youth are not only the future, they're the strategy. Their minds will shape the next 50 years of this nation's story. The care, healthcare, safety, and public services in Singapore. A system built on trust and precision. Singapore is a nation where systems do not simply function. They excel. From hospitals to emergency services, from public cleanliness to national safety, everything feels engineered with extraordinary attention to detail. Here, care is not just a service. IT is a philosophy. Efficiency is not accidental. IT is deliberate. Safety is not hoped for. IT is designed. Singapore does not leave well, being the chance that IT builds it. Healthcare, a model for the world. Healthcare in Singapore is among the finest on the planet. Hospitals shine like modern sanctuaries of technology and compassion. Doctors train to global standards. Nurses carry a calm confidence that reassures even the most anxious patients. There are two worlds within the system. Public healthcare efficient, structured, reliable. Public hospitals deliver high-quality care with predictable processes and well-equipped facilities. Private healthcare fast, polished, luxurious. Private hospitals feel like high-end hotels with advanced medical technology and premium service. Foreigners often choose private care because of its speed and comfort. Costs vary. A simple consultation may range from 50 to 100 Singapore dollars. A specialist visit can cost 150 to 300 Singapore dollars. Advanced procedures can rise significantly, making health insurance essential. But one thing is guaranteed: In Singapore, your health is in good hands. Cleanliness, a national habit, Singapore is known as one of the cleanest places on earth. Not because of fear, but because of culture. Citizens respect public spaces. Workers clean day and night. Public bins are always empty. Restrooms are inspected constantly. Streets shine even after rain. Cleanliness here is not decoration, that it is discipline. And it becomes part of daily life in a way that feels effortless and natural. Safety, a city without fear. Singapore is one of the safest nations you will ever experience. You can walk alone at 2 in the morning through quiet streets without a heartbeat of fear. Crime is low. Violent crime is rare. Police presence is steady but subtle. And the law is respected because the consequences are clear. But safety in Singapore goes beyond law enforcement. That it is cultural. People mind their own business. Conflicts rarely escalate. Strangers treat each other with quiet respect. This is a nation where trust still exists. Public transportation, order in motion, the MRT, Singapore's metro system, is one of the greatest achievements in modern urban planning. Trains glide like silver arrows through tunnels and elevated tracks. Stations are spotless, well-lit, and intuitively designed that a typical ride costs between $1 and $3 Singapore dollars. Buses are reliable, air-conditioned, and synchronized with the MRT grid. Taxis and ride-sharing services fill the gaps with ease. Public transportation is not an inconvenience, that it is a blessing. Car ownership, however, is intentionally difficult. Because of the certificate of entitlement, simply owning a car for 10 years may cost more than 100,000 Singapore dollars before the car itself is purchased. The city encourages a different lifestyle, efficient, green, and public, and it works beautifully. Public services, structured, modern, transparent, everything in Singapore feels orderly and predictable. Government services are digital. Applications are fast. Processes are clear. Instructions are direct. Lines are short. Responses are quick, from immigration to banking, from utilities to healthcare, from education to transport. Singapore's public services follow a single philosophy. If something can be made simple, make it simpler. If something can be made faster, make it faster. That if something can be made better, improve it immediately. This mindset is part of the nation's DNA. The hidden pressure behind perfection, but a system that works so well carries its own shadows. Singapore's strict rules, the very rules that keep the nation safe and clean, can feel suffocating to some. Fines exist for littering, for jaywalking, for eating in the MRT, for smoking in restricted areas. The city is safe, but is not spontaneous. The environment is calm, but highly regulated. Everything works, but everything is monitored. Life here is comfortable, but pressure lies beneath the surface. Students feel academic weight, workers feel performance expectations, families feel financial strain, individuals feel the need to excel. Singapore is peaceful, but not always easy. Yet for most residents, the comfort outweighs the pressure. The order outweighs the sacrifice. The safety outweighs the rules. A city that takes care of you. Singapore is the rare place where you can feel completely safe, completely supported, and completely taken care of. Hospitals heal, trains glide, streets shine, people respect, systems function, services respond. Life moves smoothly. The city protects its residents with quiet discipline, steady structure, and unwavering reliability. This is not a place where you worry about chaos. This is a place where you can focus on growing, working, studying, or building a future without fear. Singapore does not simply care for its people. It engineers that care. The traveler, culture, tourism, and exploration in Singapore. The gateway to Asia. For many travelers, Singapore is the doorway to a wider world, a single island, small enough to cross in under an hour, yet vast in experiences, cultures, flavors, and wonders. Singapore does not offer the scale of a huge nation, but the precision of a masterpiece that IT is where modernity meets heritage, where skyscrapers touch the sky while temples whisper ancient prayers from the ground. For visitors, the city is like opening a beautifully crafted book, every page polished, every chapter intentional. Changi Airport. The beginning of magic travel in Singapore begins with one of the most celebrated airports on Earth, Changi Airport. This is not a terminal. It is an experience. Waterfalls cascade through the Jewel Complex. Gardens bloom under glass domes. Mirrors reflect infinity. Shops stretch endlessly. Travelers wander and wonder. Changi sets the tone. Singapore is a work of art. Marina Bay Sands, the skyline crown. The crown jewel of Singapore's skyline rises above the bay like a ship floating in the sky. Marina Bay Sands is not just a hotel. It is an icon. The infinity pool, resting at the top like a rooftop ocean, offers one of the most breathtaking views in Asia. Visitors swim as the city glows beneath them. Thousands of lights shimmering like digital stars. IT night. Light shows burst over the water, reflecting Singapore's love for beauty and technology. This is the Singapore the world recognizes. Modern, sleek, futuristic. Gardens by the bay. Nature reimagined. Beneath the Marina Bay towers lies a vision of nature reborn through innovation. Gardens by the Bias, where engineering and ecology dance together. The Super Tree Grove glows with purple and blue lights as if alien giants watch over the city. The Cloud Forest, wrapped in mist, holds the world's tallest indoor waterfall. The Flower Dome blooms with plants collected from every corner of the earth. Here, technology does not replace nature. It elevates it. Singapore shows the world that green spaces could be designed as beautifully as architecture. Sentosa. The island of escape to the south lies Sentosa, Singapore's playground. Beaches stretch like soft gold. Water parks roar with excitement. Skylines fade behind lush hills. Travelers step into a world of relaxation and fun. Sentosa offers calm beaches, Universal Studios theme, park cable cars soaring over the sea, luxury resorts, forest walks, aquariums full of marine wonders. Is an island where families laugh, couples unwind, and children run barefoot through warm sand. Sentosa reminds visitors that Singapore is not only a city, it is a destination of joy. Chinatown, a story of roots. Among the modern towers lies a district filled with history. Chinatown. Red lanterns sway in the heat. Temples exhale incense. Narrow lanes glow with tradition. Shops sell herbs, crafts, and memories. For travelers seeking culture, Chinatown is a walk through time. Here lies the majestic Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, its golden halls shimmering with spiritual devotion. Street food stalls offer flavors handed down through generations. Roasted duck chili crab pork buns herbal. Teasman cakes during festivals. Chinatown is not just a tourist stop, it is a living heritage trail. Little India, a festival of colors, a short ride away. Little India bursts into life. This district is a celebration of color, music, and fragrance. Flowers are woven into garlands. Saffron, curry, and spices scent the air. Gold jewelry glitters in glass windows. Traditional music dances through the streets. The Sri Veeramakaliamman temple stands vibrant with statues and stories from ancient mythology. Little India is joyful, noisy, warm. A perfect reminder that Singapore is not one culture, but many. Cultures woven into one fabric. Kampong Glam. The Muslim heritage quarter Kampong Glam is the Malay, Arab heart of Singapore. At its center stands the Sultan Mosque, its golden dome gleaming like a jewel under the sky. Arab Street and Haji Lane are lined with cafes, murals, perfume shops, textile stores, and Middle Eastern restaurants. Here travelers find colorful alleyway sound and incense shops, Turkish lamps, glowing local artists, painting walls, unique boutiques, and vintage clothing, authentic Malay dishes, warm hospitality, compound glam blends tradition with modern creativity. Hawker centers, the soul of Singapore and food. To understand Singapore, you must understand its food. And to understand its food, you must visit a hawker center. These open-air dining halls are filled with stalls serving dishes born from Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Peranakan heritage. You'll find chicken rislak, nasi lemak roti, pratisatacher, kwai, tio chili crab kaya, toast sugarcane. Juice meals cost between 3 and 10 Singapore dollars, making hawker centers the equalizer where locals of every background share tables without barriers. Hawker food is Singapore's heartbeat. Nightlife and city lights. As the sun sets, Singapore undergoes a transformation. The city glows as if electricity and starlight intertwine. Clark Quay pulses with music. Marina Bay sparkles. Skyscrapers shimmer in reflections on the water. Bars, lounges, rooftop restaurants, and night markets fill the city with life and laughter. There are clubs for the energetic, quiet bars for those seeking calm, and cinemas, theaters, and live music venues for every taste. Singapore nights feel safe, bright, and beautifully alive. Nature escapes. A city of hidden green worlds, travelers often assume Singapore's only buildings and technology. But hidden within the island are pockets of nature where time slows down. Mac Ritchie Reservoir welcomes hikers into rainforest trails where monkeys leap between ancient trees. Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, holding one of the last remnant soft primary rainforest, hosts wildlife rarely seen in a modern city. Pulau Ubin, a small island to the northeast, feels like stepping back several decades. Villages on stilts, bicycles on dirt paths, mangroves whispering at dawn. Singapore protects nature with the same precision it applies to its technology. Travel experience, where peace meets perfection. Travelers often say that Singapore feels different. Safe, even late at night. Clean, as if every corner is cared for. Polite, with people who move with quiet respect. Modern, yet deeply rooted in cultures older than the nation itself. Singapore is not loud, not chaotic, not overwhelming. IT is calm. IT is balanced. IT is intentional. The ideal place for those who seek beauty, order, adventure, and cultural depth in a single destination. Visas, work culture, jobs, and cost of living in Singapore. A nation built on talent, Singapore understands one truth. Talent is the greatest resource. Without vast land, without large natural reserves, the country depends on people, their intelligence, innovation, and dedication. That is why Singapore welcomes skilled foreigners, students, investors, and global professionals. This is a country where opportunity does not hide. It invites, but opportunity comes with structure. Rules are clear. Paths are defined. Expectations are high. If you bring value to Singapore, Singapore opens its doors to you. Entry basics. Visiting Singapore, tourists from many countries can enter Singapore without a visa for short stays off up to around 30 days. But every traveler, regardless of nationality, must submit the SG arrival card, a simple online form that acts as immigration clearance. The process is smooth, efficient, and handled with Singapore's usual precision. Once you enter, you immediately feel how safe and organized the system is. Work visas, paths for professionals to live and work in. Singapore, you need the correct pass. There are several main ones. The employment pass for professionals and managers with strong qualifications. typically requires a monthly salary of at least around 5,000 Singapore dollars, and more for older applicants. The S-Pass for mid-level skilled workers requires a salary starting from around 3,000 Singapore dollars. The work permit for labor-intensive jobs, often used in construction, manufacturing, and domestic work. The One Pass designed for top global talent who earn high salaries and contribute at an international level. The Entrepreneur Pass for founders wanting to build companies in Singapore's business ecosystem. Singapore has a visa for almost every category of work, but the system is strict, transparent, and designed to protect the workforce that if you're skilled, qualified, and motivated, Singapore meets you halfway. The job market, where skill meets opportunity. Singapore's economy thrives on high-value industries: technology, scientific research, finance, banking, engineering, biomedicine, aviation, renewable energy, logistics and trade, cybersecurity, healthcare, marketing and creative sectors. Foreign professionals find openings, especially in software development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, cyber defense, investment banking, architecture, digital marketing, hospitality management, education, and training. Companies value precision, professionalism, and teamwork. Singapore rewards performance, but demands it too. Work culture: fast, focused, and structured. Singapore's work culture is a fusion of East and West. The efficiency of Western systems, the discipline of Asian values, the innovation of a globalized world work places emphasize. Punctuality, respect, clarity, responsibility, calm, communication. Meetings are direct. Deadlines are respected. Results are valued. Work can feel fast-paced, sometimes intense, but rarely chaotic. And unlike many parts of the world, the line between work and personal life is increasingly respected, with modern companies embracing flexible schedules and mental health awareness. That in Singapore, success is built through consistency. Salaries: higher than a region, fair for the world. Salaries in Singapore are among the highest in Asia across nearly every industry. At a typical full-time salary for skilled professionals begins around 3,000 to 6,000 Singapore dollars and rises significantly in technical or specialized roles. Tech professionals often earn between 6,000 and 12,000 Singapore dollars or more. Finance careers commonly reach 10,000 Singapore dollars and beyond. Senior managers and executives may earn tens of thousands of dollars monthly, especially in multinational corporations. Salaries rise with experience, specialization, proven performance, global skill sets. Singapore pays well, but also expects excellence. Taxes: surprisingly low. Singapore's tax system is one of the most attractive in the world. Personal income tax starts at 0% and gradually rises with income, a maximum of around 22% for the highest earners. There are no capital gains taxes, no inheritance taxes, no wealth taxes for businesses. Corporate tax is capped at around 17%. Singapore believes in rewarding productivity, not punishing it. Cost of living: premium comfort, predictable quality. Singapore is expensive, but not unreasonable. Costs reflect quality, safety, and world-class services. Housing rental prices vary. A room in shared housing: around 800 to 1,500 Singapore dollars monthly. A one-bedroom apartment: around 2,000 to 4,000 Singapore dollars monthly, depending on area. Condominiums with pools and gyms can exceed 5,000 Singapore dollars. Food hawker centers remain extremely affordable, between 3 and 10 Singapore dollars per meal. Restaurants range from 15 to 50 Singapore dollars per person and can rise far higher for fine dining. Public transport is efficient and cheap, $1 to $3 per ride. Buying a car is extremely expensive, with the certificate of entitlement costing well over 100,000 Singapore dollars. Utilities monthly bills typically range between 150 to 300 Singapore dollars, depending on usage. Life in Singapore is not cheap, but every dollar buys reliability. Groceries and daily needs: supermarkets in Singapore offer a wide range of local and imported goods. Prices vary, Basic groceries often cost 200 to 400 Singapore dollars per month. Imported goods carry a premium. Local markets, however, offer far cheaper fresh produce. Singapore provides options for every budget. Banking and money. Smooth and modern opening a bank account is straightforward for residents and workers. Digital banking is widespread. Mobile payments dominate daily life. Cash is rarely necessary. ATMs are everywhere, and international transfers are efficient. Singapore's financial system is not only stable, it is a global model. The reality: comfort with pressure. Life in Singapore is comfortable, safe, and modern, but it is not effortless. Residents describe the country as peaceful, disciplined, predictable, but demanding. The cost of living pushes ambition. The work culture rewards productivity. The structure leaves little room for chaos. For many internationals, this is exactly what they want: a place where life makes sense. But those seeking wild spontaneity or relaxed lifestyles may find Singapore too controlled. This island is for people who value stability, growth, and high standards. A place to build a future. Singapore is a land where opportunity meets structure, where ambition meets reward, where order meets innovation, where safety meets comfort. That IT is not the cheapest place, not the most relaxed place, not the most spacious place, but it is one of the best places to build a stable, successful, and fulfilling life if you come to Singapore ready to work, ready to grow, ready to contribute. The nation will not only welcome you, it will lift you. The closing. Philosophy, reflection, and CTA. The mirror of a city. Singapore is more than an island. IT is a mirror that reflects what a nation can become when discipline meets vision, when diversity meets respect, when ambition meets unity. This is a land built not on the size of its territory, but on the strength of its people, not on the abundance of natural resources, but on the abundance of belief. Singapore shows the world that greatness does not require vast land, only a clear mind and a determined heart. The rhythm of life. In Singapore, life moves with a rhythm unlike any other. The mornings begin with quiet trains gliding through stations polished like mirrors. Afternoons hum with the energy of students, workers, travelers weaving through a tapestry of cultures. Evenings glow with neon reflections dancing across Marina Bay waters, a reminder that beauty can be engineered with elegance and purpose. Nights fall softly as the city sleeps without fear, protected by the order it has built with intention. Singapore is not fast, not slow, but perfectly timed. The heart, a city of many cultures. The beauty of Singapore is not in its buildings, but in its people. Chinese, Malay, Indian, Eurasian, and communities from across the globe. Different languages, different histories, different faiths, different dreams. Yet here in this small island nation, they walk the same streets, eat at the same hawker stalls, celebrate each other's festivals, and share one identity: Singaporean. This is not diversity. This is harmony. The lesson Singapore teaches the world. Singapore teaches a simple but powerful lesson. Order plus ambition equals possibility. If you want safety, build it. If you want opportunity, design it. If you want harmony, protect it. If you want a future, create it with discipline. Nothing in Singapore was accidental. Everything was built by human intention. That is why the world respects this tiny island that rose from hardship to become a global symbol of progress. The final words: why Singapore matters in a world overflowing with uncertainty. Singapore stands like a lighthouse, calm, bright, dependable. IT is a city where the train's ARV is precise as heartbeat. The streets stay clean through shared responsibility. The people coexist with quiet pride. The skyline rises like a hymn to human imagination. The future is not feared, it is engineered. Singapore matters because it proves what humans can achieve when they decidido rise together. For the visitor, it is unforgettable. For the student, it is transforming. For the worker, it is empowering. For the dreamer, it is inspiring. Singapore is not just a destination. IT is a statement. If this journey through Singapore touched your heart, opened your mind, or inspired your next adventure, support our mission. Like the video, share it with someone who dreams of traveling or moving abroad, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep creating cinematic documentaries from every corner of our beautiful world. Your support is the spark that helps us bring more stories to life. Thank you for watching. And until the next journey, stay curious, stay brave, and keep exploring.